As an Asian immigrant, I didn't grow up eating classic American salads like Caesar's or Cobb salads. And it was mainly because my mom didn't really make any of those. But what she did make were Vietnamese-style salads just like this one. This is salad bo sao, or stir-fried beef salad. And honestly, it's one of my favorite salads because it's a combination of fresh and warm, light yet hearty, and it's just plain tasty. It's a perfect little lunch that leaves you feeling full and happy. So do me a favor and make sure you like, comment, share, and save this video. Alright y'all, remember to wash your hands. Now the first thing we'll do is cut up our steak. And today I'm just using a little ribeye because it has a good amount of fat and marbling, making it really tender. Plus it was on sale and I'm broke, so that's just what I'm using. Now taking the ribeye, I'm gonna cut that on a slight bias against the grain into thin strips. We'll get the steak into a mixing bowl, and then we're gonna marinate that with a tablespoon of oyster sauce, a tablespoon of dark soy sauce for the color, half a tablespoon of sugar, a pinch of MSG to enhance the umami notes, some fresh ground black pepper, and just a splash of oil to loosen it up. We're gonna give that a good mix and let that vibe out in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes while we get the rest of our prep work done. Now first, I have some green leaf lettuce and we'll remove some of the outer layers and cut the root end off. Then we'll give the lettuce a rough chop, and I don't want to cut the lettuce too small as the stir-fried beef will wilt some of it down later, and I want the lettuce to be able to hold its shape better. Once we have the lettuce cut, I'm going to give that a very thorough rinse, making sure to get rid of any dirt or debris, and then we'll toss the lettuce into our salad spinner. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Vietnamese and Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. Moving on to our cucumbers, I'm using an English one today, and we'll only need half of it, but we'll cut that in half lengthwise first, and then cut that again on a slight bias into little half moon shapes. And you already know, anytime we have cucumbers, we have to pay the cucumber tax. Then I have some grape tomatoes, and we'll just cut that in half. Next up is our onion, and the onion is going to be stir-fried with our beef later, and we'll only need half of it as well, but we'll cut the onion along the grain into strips. Now before we cook our beef, let's quickly make a fish sauce vinaigrette that brings our salad together. So to a small bowl, we'll add in half a tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of my Dear Mom fish sauce, which is now available nationwide on Amazon and Walmart. To that, we'll add in 2 tablespoons of filtered water and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Add in some minced garlic and some chopped Thai chilies for a little bit of heat, and then we'll slowly drizzle in some oil and whisk until it's emulsified. And with that done, let's set that aside for now and quickly cook our marinated beef. To a small pan on high heat, we'll add in a splash of oil. And then we'll add in an even layer of our beef, making sure to not overcrowd the pan. Let that sit for a minute to caramelize slightly, and then we'll add some of our onions right on top of that. Now, I do like my onions still a little bit crunchy, so I'm not gonna cook it for too long, but if you like your onions cooked down further, feel free to continue to cook it to your desired doneness. And then, it's time to put it all together. Now to a big mixing bowl, we'll add in some of our green leaf lettuce, cucumbers, and grape tomatoes. Then we'll add some of our fish sauce vinaigrette right on top. We'll take our cooked beef and any pan drippings while it's still hot, and we'll pour that right over the salad. Toss everything to combine, making sure that every piece of lettuce is evenly coated in the vinaigrette, and then it's time to plate. We're serving this up pretty simple and rustic today, so we'll just get our salad right on top of our serving plate. And that's pretty much it. And just like that, you've made an incredible salad basal at home. As always, the recipe and measurements are on my blog at feedthepudge.com. And if you've made it this far, let me know in the comment section, what's your go-to salad? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.